Okay, so I want you to please check your homework against mine. So what was step 1 that I asked you to do yesterday?
Axis of symmetry. Yeah.
Okay, and how do we find axis of symmetry?
You do that little thing. It's called
the opposite of B divided by 2A.
Take a point.
Yeah.
Despicable Me.
Alright, so to find the axis of symmetry, the first thing you do is, opposite of B divided by 2A. Can you go to your desk right now? Get in your area right now. You know that I'm talking to you.
Hurry my desk.
Get up. Not doing it. Get up.
Bye, Kareem.
Hold this.
You used to go fix my neighborhood. Oh, yeah. Catch up the flow system. Oh, yeah.
Alright, so B is 2, because remember, it's AX squared plus BX plus C. So if B is 2, what's the opposite of 2? Negative 2. Divided by 2 times 1. Yes, good. Oh, okay.
People are so rude when you try to answer. And like, if you get it wrong,
you stop, right? Wow.
Alright, so 2 times 1 is, and negative 2 divided by 2 is, so our axis of symmetry is at negative 1. Now, what do we do with this? This gives us our, wait, let me finish talking, please. Now, this gives us our x value of our, one more time and you're out and you'll go in a different hallway than him. Or I'll send you to another teacher's classroom. So this is the x value of our vertex. You take this and you plug it into the equation. That's how you get your y value. To get a y, you plug it in. You plug x in to get y. It is not magic. It is not sorcery. It is what we've been doing since the beginning of the school year, where you plug x in to get y, and I don't know why we're not still doing that. So f at x is the same thing as y. It's the same thing. Say our x value is negative 1. So we have negative 1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 minus 1. Did anybody have it right to that point?
Yes.
Fantastic. 3 people in the whole class?
Yes.
4 people? 5 people? 6 people? Okay, that's much better. 7. Because I was about to get real upset. Alright, negative 1 squared is 1. 2 times negative 1 is minus 2. Minus 1. So what's 1 minus 2?
Negative 1.
And negative 1 minus 1 is?
Negative 2.
So our vertex is negative 1, negative 2. Did you?
Yeah. Yay. That was the shot. Right.
We do. We're not done. So step 1 is to find the axis of symmetry. You find the axis of symmetry by doing the opposite of B divided by 2A. Step 2 is to plug in and get the y value of your vertex. That's what we did. Step 3 is to identify our what? Our y-intercept. So what is the y-intercept of this one? Negative 1. Alright, let's graph. You forgot what we graph?
I get the y.
We graph this, and we graph our axis of symmetry. No? Miss Asbury?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
This? This? This is an arrow. Sorry. No. It does. It's me. I should have colored it in. Is that better? Okay, so remember, first we draw our axis of symmetry, which is at what? Okay, so we draw a vertical line at negative 1. Then we plot our vertex. Where's our vertex?
I was gonna ask a question.
Okay, ask a question.
Were we supposed to graph it?
Yes. At the top it says graph each quadratic. So that's okay. That's what we're doing though, is to find all these to graph.
Okay.
That's what we're practicing. So we go left 1, down 2, put a dot.
Yeah.
Alright, now we need to plot our y-intercept. What's our y-intercept?
-1.
-1. Now remember,
Flip it.
we reflect it. Yes, very good. We reflect across this axis. So if it's 1 unit away, that means it's 1 unit away over here.
Make it you.
When you make it U. Did anybody get it right? The whole thing?
I didn't graph it.
I just
Yay.
put the line intercept wrong twice.
Why?
Because I was not smart.
That's okay. So you see what you did wrong?
Yes.
Did anybody else see where they made a mistake?
Yes.
Does it help you understand now? Are you sure?
Like a truck.
Are you ready to do another one?
I know.
Do y'all want to? You didn't do your homework?
Yeah, drop one.
Do y'all want to try B without me and make sure you did it right? And then talk about it, or do you want to do one more together?
I do it on the board.
Wait, how you do two again?
I do mine on
Stop. What you get for x right here, when you do opposite of b divided by 2a, you take this x value and plug into your equation. So this is x, you replace it.
I'm talking about two. The y equals the
That's what I just said. You take this x and you replace it. So you replace -1 where your x's are. That's okay. Alright, does anybody want to try b on their own? Real quick to fix it.
Yeah.
Okay, try b on your own.
Okay.
3x squared minus 6x minus 1. If you didn't do your homework, which is the majority of you, you should be working right now. So you should do it. And I really don't need you to talk back because I'll send you to another classroom. We're just not going to have this interruption anymore. That's what's going to happen. Y'all keep acting like this, you're out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dang.
I'm going to work out B while y'all are working out B.
That makes me feel like
What makes you feel a lot better?
that you work it out with them. Dang.
Not on the board. I'm going to hide my answer.
Okay.
Bottom right hand drawer. Yes, you may. Do we all have our axis of symmetry?
No.
Okay.
I just got that. Yes, you multiply it 2 times 3 divided by 6. That's 1.
Very good.
It's 30.
Good. How about
Your B is 6. So 2 times 6 divided by 2. 3. 2 times 6. No, because you multiply by A or B. Your B is your middle. You multiply by A, 8 times 6. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 divided by 6. It feels so complicated. It hurt my chest.
You just use your coordinates on the first one.
I wish I can write again. Writing helps me like constantly.
But you can't.
I'm not confused at me.
That's right.
No.
A, B, this, you should go right one and down to three. And then your minor such as negative 1 right there. And then you focus
You gave me a good idea.
now, since this
No, I ever had that dish when I was
that is that is going to overlap. And also if your minor stuff is above your vertex. So that's a common mistake. Okay, where's this 9 come from? It's 1 squared. So 1 squared is not even squared. No, it's 1 squared. Yeah, remember, we exponent before we multiply.
Anybody know? Nobody's only having.
Wait, so we exponent is 2 times, I don't even know what this says in square, but it should be opposite of b divided by 2. Square then multiply. Isn't it the opposite of b divided by 2 times a? So it should be the opposite of this divided by 2 times this. So what is b?
That'll be
Negative
fine.
6. What's the opposite of
Like,
negative 6?
animals don't have like the killers.
Positive 6 divided by 2 times, what's our a?
Yeah.
2 is always in the formula. Always. Opposite of b divided by 2 times a. Write the formula every time. Negative b divided by 2 times a.
Some days, like,
Write that every single time.
certain kinds
Equals. Alright, now b is negative 6. What's the opposite of negative 6?
cheese.
Divided by 2 times. What's your a?
For egg walk. So I have to
Yes.
put in, plug in -1.
Positive
Yeah,
6.
no.
Negative 1.
Yeah,
It's the opposite.
I got it. Is that-
Savannah, how you doing back there, babe? You sure? Okay.
Wait, I did it.
Yeah. I can't see that.
I got -1.
1 and you got that.
Dang.
Yeah. Stop doing that.
So,
1 squared is 1, so 1 times 3, that would be 3. No.
this is my birthday.
No. You squared then multiply. Yeah.
You don't know.
No, remember, it's the opposite of b divided by 2 times a.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's the opposite of negative 6. The opposite of negative 6 is positive 6 divided by 2 times 3.
I got -10. But you guys got -1.
That's what I got for my axis symmetry.
Great. Wait.
Are you dying?
We have chicken.
On this. Mm-mm.
Oh, yes.
Maybe. But we're doing the same thing over and 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 over. This one's worth 30 points and it's a 30% grade.
I need it. I need it.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Don't worry.
I Please, let's not argue over it. Okay, so to get my axis symmetry, I did opposite of b divided by 2 times a. My b is -6. If you forget what a and b are, over each problem, write ax squared plus bx plus c to remind you. Write that every time if you can't remember. Do that every time. I also expect to see this formula every single time. Every time you need to write that. Now, if b is -6, the opposite is +6. 2 times a, which is 3, that gives you 6 divided by 6, and you get 1. Does everybody understand? Now, instead of y, I wrote f at 1. It's the same thing. I plug in 1 for x. 1 squared gives me 1. 1 times 3 gives me 3. 6 times 1 gives me 6 minus 1. 3 minus 6 is -3. -3 minus 1 is -4. So my vertex is at 1, -4. Do we agree or disagree?
Agree.
Fantastic. Are you agreeing just because you expect me to be able to do this? Or are you agreeing because you know?
Oh.
Good. Alright, so then for B, to graph B, rather, you would plot your vertex, which is at right 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, how did I get a y-intercept of -1? He didn't give it to us.
Because it's in the equation.
In the equation, it's the one on the very base.
It's the one on the very end, right? It's C, it's in the equation. It's this number right here is always your y-intercept. So you would go down 1. Now, something I saw this period and in first period, we're reflecting the wrong way. So it would be helpful if you draw this line every time. Draw it in a different color so that you know to reflect across your dotted line. I saw it several times this morning in this period, and I've seen it before when I've taught it. We just reflect weirdly. Now, this is a positive, so it's going to open up, reflect this way. That'll be at 2, negative 1. And then connect your dots. Are we ready for C? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
All right, we're going to do C together because apparently we're still struggling, and I don't know why. Does everybody have B written down?
Yes.
Wait, why do you do step 3?
Are we ready? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Okay, so C is negative x squared minus 6x minus 5. Blair, you need another piece of paper. C, f at x equals negative x squared minus 6x minus 5. All right, do you think this one's going to open up or down?
Down.
Down, because it has a negative. So we need to be careful of that negative. Step 1, what do we do for step 1? Axis of symmetry, which is the opposite of B divided by 2 times A. Alright, if you don't remember what A and B are, write ax squared plus bx plus c above it.
So your AX will always be squared.
Yes, the A is always with the quadratic.
What if it's not squared?
Then it's your linear term and it's B. Are we ready?
Okay.
Alright, so B is negative 6. What's the opposite of negative 6?
Positive 6.
Alright, divided by 2 times, what's our A? Negative 1. Now, it's negative because this is negative. So we do 2 times negative 1 and you get? And that's negative 3.
Oh, I got that part right.
Did anybody get that right last night? Woo! That's exciting. Good job.
Oh.
Yay!
I just been putting it in my clothes office.
Okay, now that we have X, that gives us the X coordinate of our vertex. How do we find Y?
Plug it in.
Plug it in up here, right? So you take this negative 3 and you put it here, and you put it here. Are we ready?
Yes.
Does anybody need another minute? No. No.
Bye, sorry.
Let me still get. Thanks. I don't know.
You can't behave in class, you don't get to leave. Or you about to die. And you've got to all of yourself in the hallway. You got 2 minutes.
On the dot. 159. 157, 156, 159, 154, 153, 150,
Alright, so we take our negative 3 and we plug it in here. Now, we can write it as f at negative 3. I don't care what you're doing. Alright, so negative. Make sure you have that negative on the outside because it's a negative here. Negative 3 squared minus 6 times negative 3 minus 5. What is negative 3 squared?
9.
And that makes it a...
Positive.
Wait, this one.
Negative.
Makes it a negative 9. Okay, what's negative 6 times negative 3?
Positive 18.
Positive 18 minus 5. Now, Sarah, I'm not real sure what you're moaning and groaning about. You're saying the right answer. Alright, negative 9 plus 18 is 9. And 9 minus 5 is?
4.
Alright, what are the coordinates of our vertex?
Negative 3, 4.
Did anybody get that right last night? Hey, one person.
That's good.
That's exciting.
Look at that.
High five.
Let's do B by
Alright, so step 1, we found our axis of symmetry. Step 2, plug in to get our vertex. What's step 3?
graph.
Nope.
Find the y-intercept.
The y-intercept. And what's our y-intercept?
-5.
Because it's always this number.
Yes.
And now what do we do? Graph.
Wait, what you said?
She said that on
Oh,
That number's our y-intercept.
the last number is always
Alright, where is my axis of symmetry?
-3.
Negative 3. So we go left 3 and then draw a vertical line. I don't know what that is.
Do we have like a secret?
Do we have a secret what?
Do we have like a upstairs or something? Upstairs?
Yes, we have a secret upstairs.
There wasn't a bell.
Yeah.
That's called an attic, guys. It's not.
Hey.
Alright. So now plot this. You go left 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what's my y-intercept?
-5. That's a long way.
Okay, now do I have enough points?
Wait.
No.
What do I have to do?
Let it reflect.
Now, if it's 3 units away over here, how many units away does it have to be here?
3.
So you go 1, 2, 3, put your dot.
King make your arc, which is a rainbow.
This rainbow.
Are we going to have to grasp it on the checkpoint?
Yep, that is what we're doing.
On the checkpoint.
That is what we're learning how to do. Alright, last one. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Now, before we go any further, does anybody have any questions on how we do this?
No.
Is there any part of it that's still confusing?
No.
Is it more that you're just lazy and you're not trying to do it?
Probably.
Wait, Miss Andre.
Yes.
So like when you do a number 2, do you do like -3 square and then square and then you add or subtract?
So you keep the negative.
Oh my God.
If you find out your x is like -3, so you keep the negative.
Mhm.
That was my thing.
Alright, last one. D. Alright, so it's f of x equals x squared plus 4x minus 5. Do you guys want to try this on your own or do it together?
On
On our own. On our own.
I think you should try to do it without me. Since you didn't do your homework, I don't feel like I should keep working out problems just to make you happy because you're lazy. So you're going to do it without me.
Hey.
For problem D, I got my axis symmetry as x equals -2. I plugged in -2 and got a vertex of -9 because -2 squares 4, 4 times -2 is -8, 4 minus 8 is -4, -4 minus 5 is -9. And then my y-intercept is -5. Now, congratulations.
I'm ready for my exams.
Are you? There's going to be factoring on the exam.
Okay, now I'm not ready.
Alright, so our axis of symmetry is at -2. Did everybody draw this?
Well, not everybody.
Those of us that actually graphed, did you draw that dotted line?
Yes.
Because you have to. I want to see this. I will count off if I don't see this. All right, -2, -9. So I go left 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then up 5. I'm sorry, down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So do I need my other points? How do I get my other points? And if it's 2 units away here, how many do I need to go over here? 2. And it's exciting.
Yes. I'm trying to see.
Alright, are we ready for our check? Yes. On the top of your piece of paper,
Put your name in number.
I want you to write checkpoint quadratics part 1.
Got you.
Put your number in the right hand corner. I'm number 30. Put the date, graph each quadratic, and here's your 2 quadratics. I'm changing this. I want it to be a 5. I don't know, because I want it to be a 5.
She said one.
Of course she did. I forgot that she says it every time. That means I'm going to have to redo that one. You can do it, Blair.
Wait, number 30, your number?
Yes, 30 is my number.
Okay. We both get that.
Yeah, I thought you said it.
I'm sorry?
You want to have those?
Yes, only these 2.
Hey,
You've got 10 minutes, so you should have plenty of time.